Now, to recap, let's talk a little bit about truth with regard to ethical relativism. We considered the statement female genital mutilation is morally wrong, and we're considering the truth of it. And what we said was, or what actually the ethical relativist said, was that the truth of one is subjective, or it's relative to a person or a group of people, right? In America, the truth value was true. In Somalia, it was false. Okay, so the truth, it's not just that morality is relative, but any kind of statement about morality, its truth is relative. And we contrasted that with a claim like the earth is not flat. But when we looked at that, even though we had examples where there were groups of people who thought that that one was false, and now just about everybody thinks it's true, except for a few people on the internet, the flat earth, the members of the Flat Earth Society. But we say the truth of two is objective. It's not subjective. It's not relative to any group of people. Now, the reasons that we gave, or that were given so far, for why moral statements like number one are only subjectively true or false, or their truth or false is relative to groups of people, while in the case of the earth being flat, it didn't depend on any people whether it was true or false. Okay, well, maybe there's a way of resolving whether this is a good line of reasoning or not. And I think here's the way we're going to do it. Let's consider the proposition that Legum can break the board with his hand. Is the truth of three like one, that it's relative to a group of people? Or is the truth of three like two, like that factual statement, that it is objective? Now, I think the way for us to decide this is, remember we said number one is subjective because among different groups of people there was substantial disagreement about whether it was true or false. So we decided because of that it's relative to a group of people. Okay, and we talked a little bit about what it means. Now the question is three like one? Its truth or falsity is relative? Or is it like number two, that it's objective? That the truth of three doesn't depend on it. Now, the first thing you're going to say, people already have beliefs probably about whether number three is true or false. But what I'd like you to do is, for the people taking my classes, go into the discussion board. There'll be two threads. Put your name down as to whether the truth of three is relative or not. But if you're a little bit confused, you're not sure, what board are we talking about? What hand do we take? That is, you think number three is a little ambiguous. I'm going to give you a little more information. What board? How about this board? The one that I'm holding up. I hope you can see that. Okay, and if you're wondering it, no, it's not balsa wood, it's real. Take my word for it. Okay, so now you see. And now people are going to start asking all kinds of questions. You know a little bit about me. You know that I'm a little bit older. Let me just... Okay. You know a little bit about me. I guess the people who know me online don't. I'm 5 feet 8 inches tall. I weigh about 163 pounds. I should drop a little weight, like about 10 pounds. I'm 64 years old. Bones are... Some people think I'm not in bad shape, not in great shape. some people say, well, he was in the Army. What does breaking boards have to do with the Army? And we're talking about that board with this hand, no tool. So now you're going to have to make your decision. Can I break it or not? And you're going to put that into the discussion board, and you're going to stop the recording right here for a second while you push that. Or actually, I'm just going to stop the recording here and pick it up in the next video.